Hey guys, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be responding to your guys' comments from my last video of responding to your guys' comments. So in my last video I did say if you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below and I will respond to you, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be responding to the people that have commented on the last video. So as per usual, if you do have any questions or have literally any questions or anything you want to say, then leave a comment down below and I will respond to it in next time when I next do a video. I think I'm going to do one maybe like once every week. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So starting off with Jessie, how do I withdraw money from phone to my bank account or to a bank account? Now, that is really simple, honestly. Like what you do is you basically go to phone.com or phone, if you're on phone and you already have money, and essentially it will be in your phone balance. So you'll go to your phone balance, and then if you scroll down, it will say withdraw to bank or initiate withdrawal. And then what you'll do is you'll basically click the initiate withdrawal button, and then that would initiate a withdrawal that would then be processed into your bank. Now, don't think that as soon as you click that button, you're going to be getting that money straight away, because sometimes that thing can take 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, a week. Sometimes it's taken like 2 weeks for me to get money out of it. But it's definitely sped up now. But that was when I first started. When I first started, it took like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks for the first withdrawal. But you should be able to see that as soon as you click initiate withdrawal, your balance will change to 0, and then there'll be a new line under transactions that will basically say that it is pending, and that amount of money that was in your account is basically minus and it is on the way to your bank account. It's literally that simple. Now, you will obviously have to connect your bank account, but just follow all of the steps to connecting your bank account. They're going to ask for I'm pretty sure they ask for your SWIFT number and your BIC number. Mainly, I think that's universal. I do not know. Obviously in the UK normally it's account number and sort code, but I'm pretty sure I had to put in my SWIFT and BIC because I think phone isn't a UK business. I think it's maybe American, so they ask for the SWIFT and BIC for international transfers. But yeah, it's literally that simple. You just click initiate withdrawal, go through all of the options, add your bank and everything, and then initiate a withdrawal, and it's literally that simple, and then it should go to your bank. Right, the next one I've got, this is quite a long one. Hi Jessie, thank you so much for the helpful information you have posted. I am in the UK and have been considering selling feet/online Findom for a while. My main concern is taking payments, as I understand that I can't use PayPal and wouldn't really want to give out my bank account number. I wonder whether you could give me some advice. Thank you. Now, if you haven't watched my other videos where I do talk about anonymous payment processing, that is basically what you should do, but I'll explain it in here as well briefly so you can understand how you can receive payments anonymously without using PayPal. Now, you can't use PayPal because of the fact that it is against PayPal's terms and conditions, but you can use platforms like Throne.com, THRONE.com, or YouPay, YOUPAY. Basically these platforms are online wishlist platforms, and they are an anonymous wishlist platform. So basically what you do is you can sign up with your own your personal details, but just make sure none of your personal details are getting spread through to the customer, so they're not public. Just only give it when it's the payment for the back end for the website. And essentially what these platforms do, anonymous wishlist platform, so you can add a item to your wish list and someone can come along and purchase it from your wish list, and if it's cash, then they'll purchase the gift, you'll get the money into your phone account or your YouPay account, and then you can withdraw it straight into your bank without them finding out your name, your account number, your sort code, your SWIFT code, your BIC code, nothing about you. And you can also get physical goods delivered to your door if you're using phone. And basically that would be where you'd have a physical good on your wish list, the person would purchase it, then phone would take the money that the person has purchased it, phone would go and purchase the item and ship it to you, and then you'd get it straight to your house. Now, the people who have purchased it wouldn't find out your name, your address, nothing about you. Once again, it is completely anonymous for you, and that is exactly what you want. And these platforms do charge small fees, but the fees are to the buyer, not to you. So if you add a gift of let's say £20, then it might cost the buyer £22.50, but you will still get the full £20. So there'll be a small fee to the buyer. But these platforms, they're anonymous for both parties. They're anonymous for you and they're anonymous for the buyer. And that is just basically how I deal with the payment. Deal with it anonymously, do it through phone or do it through YouPay if you can't use phone. I definitely recommend phone and then YouPay as well, have them both. Or you could take payment through OnlyFans or Loyal Fans or Fansly, different platforms like that, because these platforms have built-in, you know, payment processes that you can receive payments for as well. But the only downfall with OnlyFans, Loyal Fans, Fansly is that there is a 20% fee on them, so they're a lot more expensive. Right, the next one I have got is, I love you so much, Jessie. Can we get some things to respond to or say to individuals in Findom? Thank you so much. And so, things to respond to or things to say to individuals in Findom. Now, I'm guessing you're going to ask for like a brief overview of a conversation, let's say. So, when you're doing Findom, the best thing you do is always act like a spoiled brat and that you deserve more. Now, if you're like me, you can act very nice. You ain't got to be horrible to them. You know, be nice to them. When they send to you, tell them thank you. Be nice to them. But you can be bright if you want to be. Now, when it first starts, normally it starts with an initial tribute where someone would send the money over, and then you would basically do a response session, you know, or you would respond to them after that. But normally they always pay you up front. As soon as they pay you up front, basically tell them that they are a good boy or they're good for doing that, but now they can go and send you more. So you'd literally just say that, you know, this is only the beginning, now you can send me more. And normally they'll reply something like, yes, goddess. You know, it's just something quite blunt a lot of the time. Sometimes they'll say, yes, goddess, how much more should I send? Demand me more. Sometimes these people tell you what they want. And then you could say, well, if you want to be good for me, then how about you go and send, and then tell them another amount. Normally do a little bit cheaper than the initial tribute. So let's say your initial tribute is £20. Tell them to go send £5, right? And then I'll go send it and they'll be like, yes, goddess, and then they'll send it. And if they don't want to do it like that, they will tell you. But this is the whole like act of Findom pretty much. After they send it, then say, well done, how about this time you go and send, and then you can increase it or you could keep it the same. It's literally that simple. Now, that is as simple as it gets. When people are paying you, obviously you have your, if they've paid you originally because they've paid your initial tribute, they know how to pay you. They clearly can pay you. So that way you ain't got to like go back and, you know, give them a link or anything. They know how to pay you, and normally you have your payment link in your bio anyway. It's literally that simple. Don't be too rude. When they send to you, you can say, thank you, you know I deserve more. It's entirely up to you whether to say thank you. Normally, it's always good to be nice, and if they want you to be ruder, then they'll tell you, and then you can be ruder then. I always recommend having manners, being nice. At the end of the day, these people are human, right? I understand that a lot of the time these people want to be degraded, but I still feel like basic mannerisms is always good to have. If they don't want you to do that, they will tell you a lot of the time, like they genuinely will. Hopefully that answers your question. It's literally simple. Don't overthink it. I used to overthink it so bad. Don't overthink it. And you can always just ask these people exactly what they want. Ask them whether they want to be drained through voice note or text or video. Literally just do the exact same things in the videos, the voice notes or the text. Say exactly what I've just told you. Well done. Go send me more. On voice note, text, video, it's entirely up to you. Just basically whatever they want, just do that and say the same thing in whatever they want you to do it on. Now, the next one, the last question that I do have is, why don't you recommend to use PayPal? For me, it seems to be the easiest way for payment. Also, I guess Phone gets a commission and PayPal not. Obviously, I'm talking about using a PayPal account that doesn't have my real name, data, etc. Now, the reason I say to not use PayPal is because it's actually against PayPal's terms and conditions to do anything for sexual related goods. Now, Findom and feet can both be seen as sexualized goods. Findom is less of the criteria, but it still can be seen that way. So PayPal could essentially lock your account. Now, what they could do is basically you could be making loads of money, and then one day they could just turn around and say, like, basically that you need to verify your identity, or you need to give them more information, or your account has just been permanently disabled, and they will not give you the money. You could have 10 grand in your PayPal account, they will not give you the money. Now, Phone does get a commission, but it's relatively small. It is so small, it's not worth even like worrying about much. And the buyer always pays the commission. You do not pay any of the commission, the buyer will pay it. So therefore there is nothing wrong with using Phone, essentially, because you get the full amount of money that way. Like I said earlier in the video, you can use things like UPay, or you could use OnlyFans, or you could use Loyal Fans or Fansly. There's so many different ones that you can use as well, but obviously Loyal Fans, OnlyFans, Fansly, they all have a higher rate, higher like percentage and a higher fee, 20% on them, whereas Phone I think is like 3% or 4% to the buyer. So you don't get no fee, but the buyer fee is very, very small. Whereas in the other one, you have to pay 20% fee as the seller, but the buyer pays nothing. But yeah, Phone is really, really easy to use. But yeah, I just don't recommend using PayPal because of the sheer fact that they can take your account down. You might be really good and have an account lasting for like a year or 2 years, you know, you might literally fluke it and have it so good, but they could literally just turn around and deactivate your account at any given moment, and that can be really annoying. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. As I say, I was just reacting, like responding to your guys' comments to give you guys more of an in-depth like answer than what I can do over text, because responding to all of you guys under text, I cannot give you guys super in-depth, you know, answers, because there's like really long questions. Sometimes it's a lot easier for me to speak it out than type it out. But as I say, if you do have any more questions, please do leave them under this video, and I will do another video responding to this one's comment section. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you have any questions, leave them obviously in the comments. If you have any video suggestions, please do leave them in the comments down below. And apart from that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.